What's up, you guys? Welcome to What's Happening Wednesday. Hey, I couldn't be here this week. I'm not live. This is pre-taped, but I thought I would give you something a little bit different since I couldn't be here. I'll give you a little visual update of what's going on in the park. Some of the updates, some of the refurbs, those type of things, with some reopening dates and that kind of stuff. And maybe just a little, some highlights from the week, okay? Because I didn't want to leave you guys hanging because, I will be back next week live, I promise, probably with a special guest host. It's kind of a new thing we're implementing. And again, my apologies to all my regulars. I'm sorry we couldn't chat tonight. I will be back next week. We will catch up. Make sure to leave comments and I will respond. And that's the only way we're going to be able to kind of communicate this week. But hey, it's all good. I had to be there for you guys. Life Disney. Never going to leave you hanging. So let's get ready and let's get into the update. Here we go. Hey Lifers, welcome. We're at Disneyland, obviously, and we're here today for a very special anniversary. Do you know what that is? It's a 60-year anniversary. March 31st, 1958, on this day, the Grand Canyon Diorama was born for that thing right there, the Disneyland Railroad. And we're gonna talk about that today. We're gonna discuss all the history, that grand opening day, all the festivities, some facts about the whole thing, how it was made, some of the details. So why don't you guys come with me and join me for this little journey, little history journey, and a ride through of the Grand Canyon Diorama. Let's go check it out. So the story goes like this. Walt realized that the train needed a little something more because in 1955 it was merely, the theming for the train was merely the train itself. There wasn't really anything but trees to look at. So in 1958 when they put in the diorama, it actually gave it a nice crescendo. Walt also in his infinite wisdom knew that it had to be done cinematically, so he hired a Hollywood scenic painter, Delmer J. Yoakum, who went on to create backdrops for Pirates of the Caribbean and Haunted Mansion. So this guy was important in the process of creating all the magic here at Disneyland. So when it came to dedicate the Grand Canyon Diorama in 1958, Walt decided to make a big deal about it. On this day 60 years ago, Walt and the dignitaries set up kind of a ribbon cutting area right in front of the tunnel just past the Tomorrowland station to kick off what would be 60 years to this day of the awesome Grand Canyon Diorama. And of course, in true Walt Disney fashion, he piloted the Fred Gurley for the first pass through the diorama. That's the only way we would have wanted it anyways, of course. Now, the Primeval World part of the diorama was added in 1966. We're not going to touch too much on that, but it was based on a scene called The Rite of Spring that was in Fantasia, the animated Disney movie. A lot of the dinosaurs are not of proportion, they're not anatomically correct, but do we care? We really don't. It's a fun, immersive experience that I think we all enjoy. And a funny thing about that, there's an interview with Alice Davis, Mark Davis's wife. She used to do costuming here at Disneyland for a lot of the attractions. She talks very fondly of the caveman that she had to dress because this Primeval World was previously in the New York World's Fair, and the cavemen were part of the Primeval World at that point, but when it came to Disneyland, the cavemen did not make the cut.
There are two sides available. Choose either side.
In 2017, massive improvements were made. It took 18 months because of the rerouting of the track for Galaxy's Edge, but the results were amazing. And if you're somebody who's into the history of Disneyland like I am, and into the history of Walt Disney, then you know that trains were a huge part of why this park was built, and a huge passion of Walt's. So that's why the diorama, being the largest of its kind at the time in the world, was really important to Walt. So come join me as we take a little grand circle tour through the park and eventually past the Tomorrowland station, right through the tunnel. Here comes number 3, Fred Gurley.
We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the primeval world and the age of the dinosaurs before returning to Main Street Station. Our first stop is New Orleans Square Station, but to get there, we need to pass through the wilds of Adventureland. It may seem peaceful through here, but trust me, it's a real jungle out there, literally. Here in Critter Country, you can join Winnie the Pooh, natural beauty as far as the eye can see. Riding on the trails since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach.
Alright, so we're here at Tomorrowland Station, you guys. Look right past me there. And you can see that tunnel. The dedication happened right there, you guys. Probably where that little cement platform is that you can see there.
Stay seated. Your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Watch your children and no flash photography.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado, tenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Por favor, no tome fotografías con flash.
That was the Grand Canyon as we know it today. Now, let's travel back in time, way back in time, to the fantastic past of the primeval world. We hope you enjoyed your travels with us and that you'll come back to ride with us again real soon.
So there she is. There is the Fred Gurley. The engine that made that inaugural pass through the Grand Canyon diorama that day. Look at how awesome this engine is. Wow. It's legit, you guys. Real deal here. Thank you, gentlemen, for such an awesome experience. Oh, unbelievable. Thank you. Thank you, number 3. Thank you, Fred Gurley. Thank you, Walt Disney. What an awesome thing. You guys have a great one.
Take care. Thanks.
Okay, we did it. And we got a little special look into the engine. The conductors were nice enough to let me come up there and film. That was awesome. 60 years of history right there. You guys can come see it. It's here every day. Grand Circle Tour. Really special moment happened. It's Saturday, March 31st, and I got off Haunted Mansion, and the water was running at Splash Mountain for the first time in a while. And then as I started to walk by, a boat came careening down. The dry drop, they're testing. So check it out. We're gonna wait and see if any more boats come down. We will dispel or confirm the rumor that there are double wide boats coming to Splash Mountain. They're testing audio as well. I'm hearing some spiel, as they call it. So let's check this out. There it is. No, that is not double wide in the back. Yep, same old boats. Okay, so there it is. Rumor dispelled. No double wide logs coming to Splash Mountain. You heard it here, Life Disney. And guys, we still have no completion date for Dumbo. I just asked. They wouldn't even give me a month. I'm assuming June, but who knows? You can still get your premium popcorn bucket here at the hub, at the popcorn cart. There's Matterhorn and the castle right there, and Main Street right there. See, they make a turn, they make a left turn now, so the horses get worked out on the other side. Much better. Hello. And of course, we still have Pixar Fest coming on April 13th with the big Paint the Night Parade over at DCA and the fireworks over here, the Together Forever with Buzz Lightyear and the Up House flying over. Still happening April 13th. Hopefully we have wind cooperation that night.
We don't know later on.
Beautiful, thank you.
They're gorgeous.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Beautiful. Okay guys, well, thanks for watching. I'm so sorry again that I couldn't be here this week live, but I hope you enjoyed that visual update and a little bit of a highlight of what's been happening this weekend and last week. Remember to give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit your notifications, because when I do go live next week, you're gonna wanna know. And I go live on Sunday now, it's kind of a new thing, live from the island. So thanks again, you guys. Life Disney, we'll see you next time.